Hello and welcome to the ITF offices in London, where we'll be making the draw for the 2020 Fed Cup by BNP Paribas playoffs. We're just 2 days on from an exciting weekend of Fed Cup action, which saw 8 teams book their place in the inaugural 2020 Fed Cup by BNP Paribas finals, which will take place in Budapest, Hungary in April. The draw for the finals itself will take place later today at 6:30 local time in Budapest, that's 5:30 in the UK, and you can follow all of the action live on fedcup.com and across the ITF social media channels. The Fed Cup playoffs will also take place in April and will see the 8 losing teams from the Fed Cup qualifiers from last weekend play against the winners of the Zone Group 1 regional competitions. In a moment, ITF referee Jane Harvey will conduct the draw, but first, here's a reminder of how the Fed Cup playoff draw will work.
We will shortly draw the 8 playoff ties, with the losing nations from the qualifiers drawn against the 8 advancing nations in the regional Group 1 events. An important point to note before the draw: the Asia-Oceania Group 1 event will take place in March. So for now, we will draw 2 placeholders from that group against 2 losing nations from the qualifiers. The 2 advancing nations from the Asia-Oceania Group 1 will then be drawn at random into those 2 placeholder spots. To allow planning for those 2 ties to begin immediately, the Fed Cup Committee has decided that the losing nations from the qualifiers will host those ties, with the nations from Asia-Oceania Group 1 automatically hosting the next time that the nations meet. So to begin the draw, I will now confirm the nations for the playoffs. The 8 losing qualifiers: Brazil, Canada, Great Britain, Japan, Kazakhstan, Latvia, Netherlands and Romania. And the 8 advancing nations from Regional Group 1: Argentina, Italy, Mexico, Poland, Serbia, Ukraine, and the 2 Asia-Oceania Group 1 to be confirmed nations. I am now going to take the losing qualifiers and place them in the Fed Cup trophy. Stuart will kindly draw the nations, and we will start with the first one. And the first one out is Brazil. And the second nation is Great Britain. And the next nation out of the trophy Canada. And this is followed by Latvia. And the fifth nation out is Japan. Followed by Romania. And our seventh nation out is Kazakhstan. And the last but not least nation from out of the trophy is the Netherlands. Thank you. So now we will put pot B, the advancing nations from regional group 1, into the trophy to be drawn. Right, so the first nation out to play Brazil is Poland.
Choice of ground by lot.
Choice of ground by lot. B, therefore Poland will have choice of ground. So the nation out to play Great Britain. Mexico.
Choice of ground by lot.
Choice of ground by lot. B. Therefore, Mexico will host Great Britain and have choice of ground. To play Canada. Serbia.
Choice of ground, Serbia.
Choice of ground, Serbia. Serbia will host Canada. Therefore, to play Latvia. Asia-Oceania nation to be confirmed. Therefore, Latvia will have the choice of ground. To play Japan. Ukraine.
Choice of ground by lot.
Choice of ground by lot. A or B. A. Therefore, Japan will have choice of ground. To play Romania. Italy.
Choice of ground by lot.
Choice of ground by lot. A. Therefore, Romania will have choice of ground. To play Kazakhstan. Argentina.
Choice of ground by lot.
Choice of ground by lot. B. Therefore, Argentina will host Kazakhstan. And lastly, to play the Netherlands. Asia Oceania, nation to be confirmed. Therefore, Netherlands will host this tie and have choice of ground. Thank you. That concludes the draw for the Fed Cup playoffs, and many thanks to Stuart for helping out today. The 8 ties will be played on Friday the 17th and Saturday the 18th of April. Don't forget that you can watch the draw for the Fed Cup by BNP Paribas finals live today from Budapest at 6:30 p.m. local time or 5:30 here in the UK on fedcup.com and across all ITF social media platforms. Thank you for joining us today. Goodbye.